Hey guys, JR. Welcome to another episode of Stupid Guitar Tricks. Today we're going to talk about something I learned as a kid. I use it all the time. I don't even think about it anymore. It's called the church lick. The church lick's been around for a very long time, longer than I've been around. The church lick came from the bluegrass tradition, but it still shows up in country music and in some Americana and folk music. I even use it in rock and roll sometimes. It's a tool that you can use in a lot of spots you wouldn't expect it. Southern rock, it's all over the place. Here's how it works. Every chord is made up of three primary notes, the 1, the 3, and the 5. To understand the church lick, you have to understand scales. If you're not familiar with how scales and chords are put together, you'll need to go take a look at our chords and scales video. As you're probably aware, every chord is built from the first note of the scale, the third note of the scale, and the fifth note of the scale. This is the basic construct of most chords. In a C major chord, this would be C, E, and G. Now the way the church lick sounds is something like this. Even though this sounds very complicated, all we're really doing is bouncing from the root to the 5 to the root to the 3. So really it's just the 5, 1, and the 3 of the scale, but we're hammering on the 3 just to give it that kind of countrified twang. That's why we're out here in the country today shooting. Now the full church lick actually uses the 1, the 3, and the 5, but it's more of a 1, 5, 1, 3, 1. But you don't have to do that. There are songs that do that, and there's great times to do that. If you don't have a bass player playing with you, it's really good to use the 5. So you can do the... Because the bass player in bluegrass country and things that might use a church lick is just going to play. He's going to bounce between the 1 and the 5. But for our purposes, say you're playing guitar and you've got a bass and you got a mandolin and all sorts of other instruments, all you really need to do is pick up that hammer onto that 3, just to emphasize the 3. It's important to emphasize the 3 because it is what allows us to know whether the chord is major or minor. So if we're hammering on that 3, everybody knows we're in a C major. What do you do for a chord that's not a C? Well, you can just hammer on that B. It works the same for the F, C, G, even the E. Do a little bit of palm muting on your E with that church lick, and it evokes all sorts of country songs, cowboy songs, Riding All Night. You wouldn't expect to find the church lick in songs like Freebird and other southern rock songs, but the way I play it, it's definitely there, or at least parts of it are. You get the point. You can put it into anything. There's little riffs built off the church lick. There's all sorts of tags built around the church lick. This is one of my favorites. You can find the tab for it over on the Facebook page. Okay, so that's this episode of Stupid Guitar Tricks. Don't forget to check out the tabs over on our Facebook page, Stupid Guitar Tricks, spelled just like this up here. Okay, so it's just that simple. Get your butt up on stage. See you next time. Peace.